Okay, I'm back with part 2 of the video on teaching you on how to set up a mini and affordable home studio specifically for e-learning. And today's section, I'll be looking at the software portion. Alright, the software portion. If you're interested in the hardware portion, please check out part 1 of my video. Now, in the software portion, the primary driver of this experience would be OBS, Open Broadcaster software. It's free. You can download it. It's pretty great. Now, what OBS does is it allows you to output an edited video stream as a virtual camera if you want to. All right. So what I did, and I'm going to bring OBS now into the screen so you can see it. And I'm not going to be talking so much from here anymore. I'm going to be looking at OBS. All right. So here, this is OBS, and what we have is this is your video stream screen. Some people like to switch to studio mode. I prefer not to. I like this particular mode. It's good enough for me. You got a stream screen. You have scenes down here, scenes and sources. All right. So if you are a programmer, maybe I'll explain it by saying that a scene to source is a one-to-many relationship. Something like that. Basically, you can have many video sources in each scene. So I'm going to switch my scenes. For example, this is picture-in-picture scene. I have my webcam switched on, and I have my display capture switched on. The display capture is the capturing my entire monitor. So my entire monitor is there, and my webcam is there. So I select my webcam. You can see my webcam is placed here, and I can move it anywhere I want. I can move my webcam here. I can move my webcam there. Put it right in the middle, but I like to dock it at the corner. All right. So you can have many sources for each scene. My second scene is just purely the camera with a picture background. My third scene is just my display capture, just my screen, and my fourth scene is the one with my webcam as well as my phone. My phone's going crazy. Let me just move it a little bit. Okay, my phone and my webcam, two different video sources, live feed coming in at the same time. All right, so today we'll be looking at how to use OBS, and we will start off by creating a brand new scene. Okay, I'm going to delete this, remove. Okay, yes. I'm going to make a brand new scene, and when I switch over to a brand new scene, unfortunately the screen is going to turn black for a while. So before we go there, I'm just going to show you how this is done. All right, when you create a new scene, okay, I'm going to create a new scene right here, down here. Click at scene. I'm going to call it test scene. Okay, now once I make this scene, it's going to turn black because this scene has no video sources. There is nothing coming out on this stream right now. So I'm going to show you how I create the scene in this mode because you can see me clicking. So if you want to add a source to your test scene, what you do is you open test scene and you click add, or you can right click and you add. All right. So for example, if you want to add your entire window, a specific window, let's say Google Chrome only, or you want to add the entire display, you can choose. Or you want to add a picture, where's a picture, image, or just a color, you can add it to that scene. So I'm going to go now to my test scene. It's going to go black again, and I'm going to add my display. I'm going to capture my entire display, and I'm going to put it there. There we go. The entire display is now in my test scene. I'm also going to go and add a video capture device. All right, now if this is you and you're doing it fresh, you would have to create new, and you would have to choose the camera source. Okay, for example, UVC camera, you have to choose. Now this doesn't work for me right now because UVC camera is already an existing source, and with OBS you can't add double. It seems like it's not working for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to discard this, instead of adding that UVC camera, let me remove it. Yes, I'm going to add an existing video capture device, a camera. So I'm going to add existing, and I'm going to add my webcam. Okay, so there you go. My webcam is here. All right, and to show you how I get my chroma keying working. So yeah, before I get to my chroma keying, I just want to tell you that just remember this can be placed anywhere you like. Likewise, the background can be placed anywhere you like as well. This can be quite useful. For example, if your slides are 4:3 in size, you can push your stream to the side so that your head does not interfere with the text on your slides. All right, it's up to you. You can adjust this anytime, anywhere you like. All right, so right now I'm going to take away the display capture because it's a bit no, actually I should leave it there so you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm going to leave the display capture there, move it back, snap it back there. Okay, so I'm also going to add something else. I'm going to add an image. Okay, so I'm going to add I'm going to make a new image. Okay, make a new image. It allows you to browse, and let's see, where should I pick my pictures from? Maybe Google Drive. Okay, so I got some pictures that I've prepared to use as my background. Maybe right now I'm going to use this one. Okay, so now this becomes my background. I'm sorry you can't see what's going on right now, but I'm going to quickly drag the picture below my webcam and below the display capture. Okay, so I want to show you that the ordering of the sources here is important. All right, so my webcam is on top of my display capture, which is on top of the image. But if I move the image on top of the display capture, it overrides the display capture. Just wanted to show you that little thing. All right, now my webcam of course has my chroma keying so that the background is invisible. Let me show you how it's done, and to do that I need to leave my display capture on, but I'm going to now enlarge my video a little bit so you can see how it works. Okay, so how I got the chroma keying to work is, once you've got your video source in, you right click on it, you can select filters. Okay, hope you can see my filter right now. You can see my video there, and I'm going to switch off all my filters. Now this is the raw video. You can see the raw video feed here right now, and as you can see, because of the field of view of my camera, it's actually capturing the ceiling fan. I keep confusing my hands. The ceiling fan, the light in the corner there, the wall on this side, and it's just not doing it's not what I want. And I obviously can't bring myself nearer anymore to the computer, neither can I bring the camera nearer to me. So what I did was, the first filter I put was to crop part of the picture. So I cut off 200 pixels from the left, from the top, from the right. So when I switch it on, this is the final result. Okay, the other thing that I've done is I have done some color correction. Now in this case, I'm doing the color correction by increasing the saturation so that I can make this dull green a more vibrant green. Because when the green is bright and vibrant, it's easier for the chroma keying to detect it and to remove it from the picture. So this is not the way some people do it. This is the way I chose to do it. So I've put on some color. I'll just show you when I switch on color correction. So it makes, because I added the saturation, my face turns a little more red, like I've just had some alcohol, but the green is now really, really green. There are other ways you can do color correction after this to fix that redness in the face if you want to. I'm not bothered by it. I just want the chroma keying to work well. All right, so I increase that the saturation. All right, and everything else I pretty much left by default. All right, so once that green is now bright and clear, I go to my chroma keying. All right, and instead of using the default green color, I've changed it to custom. All right, once you go to custom, you're allowed to select the color you want. So I chose select color. All right, and I can't select the color right now because, as you can see, my cursor, there is this red box there. I need to remove that red box first, so I'm going to remove the highlight. All right, so in select color, there is a pick screen color option. So I'm going to select pick screen color, and I'm going to pick the color that is close to my head. All right, maybe something like that. Pick that color. Okay, so once that color has been chosen, you can now switch on the chroma keying to see the effect. So as you can see, there's still some green around my neck. It's not doing a perfect job. So if you want to, you can bump up the similarity. All right. So this adjusts. It spreads out how much green. If you put it very, very narrow, it only takes one specific green color. If you put it very wide, it starts to bleed into other shades of green, into other red, blue, yellow, everything as well. So you want to control this very carefully. I show you the effect. If I increase this too much, even my face starts to disappear. And you can see now I'm like a ghost with my lips there. Gross. Right? So you want to adjust this until, okay, your head is there. You don't have things disappearing from your shirt or what, but that green around my neck is sort of like gone. And when I move my fingers, I don't see that green stuff there. So this is pretty decent setting. Quite happy with it. You can tweak it if you want. You might have to do some adjustment every time you switch on OBS if you want it to be perfect all the time. But if you're okay with some minor discrepancies, then you don't have to. So there we go. Now I've put my 3 filters on my primary webcam video, and now I have that transparent background. Okay, if I put the image on top, I've got that transparent background. Just to see again, if I'm going to turn off the filters for my webcam, this is what it would have looked like. All right, but once I switch on the filters, this is what it looks like. Okay. What else can OBS do? Alright, so once I've done multiple scenes, right, I've made a scene for picture-in-picture, a scene for camera only, a scene for screen only, and a scene for phone video with webcam. And why you want this scene? Maybe you want to demonstrate something physical. Maybe you're doing some soldering, or I don't know, doing some IoT stuff. So you might want to have more than one camera. Yeah, so once I've set up these scenes, what I did was I went to settings, and under hotkeys you can bind your scenes. So there's a camera only scene. I bind them to my numeric keypad. Alright, I bind it to my numeric keypad so that I can quickly switch between scenes. So you see my fingers on the numeric keypad now. I can switch quickly between all the scenes. Okay, I think that pretty much covers it for video. Alright, you want to also then install the plugin called Virtual Cam. And just open up the web browser right now. So OBS Virtual Cam, you Google it, OBS Virtual Cam. It will take you to the OBS forums where you can download the plugin. Now what this does is it takes the entire output of OBS and it sends it out as a virtual webcam. Alright, so I've named it OBS Camera. You can see it here. So it's a bit blur. OBS Camera. Alright, I've set it to auto start, so every time OBS switches on, this virtual camera will also switch on and will be detectable by Google Meet. So very quickly I'm going to demonstrate how this will work with Google Meet. I'm going to meet.google.com. Let me just double check my OBS. Am I in the right screen? Yes, I am. Alright, so I'm going to start a meeting. I'm going to switch off the microphone so that I don't get any crazy noises. Now, if you look carefully, you will see that my video is upside down. I think Meet automatically reverses the video for you. I don't know why. I'm a bit confused right now, but let me just show you how you can adjust this if you need to. Now, before I start the stream, I'm going to go to More Options. More Options. Let me just switch back my pen attention on. Okay, so More Options. I'm going to switch that. Click that. Go to Settings. And under the video section, OBS camera is selected. I'm going to choose the high definition option. All right. So I'm going to receive high definition because I want to see the results so that you can view it on my screen. But I also want to send out the highest signal so that students with good internet can get a nice, clear video. All right. So once that's done, I'm going to click Join Now. I'm going to start my classroom. Okay. And as you can see, my video is not reversed over here for me, but just in case it is reversed for you, there are 2 possible reasons why this could be reversed. Okay. Anyway, I just want to quickly show you I can switch scenes. Yeah, I can switch camera, switch scene, and it's working fine. There are 2 possible reasons why this image might be reversed for your students. You can go to the Google Meet Grid View. I have installed this add-on, and under the Advanced Settings, there is a flip video to match what others see. Okay, you can toggle this to flip it back to the correct orientation, or the other option is under OBS Virtual Cam plugin, you can do a horizontal flip as well. So just very quick, I'm just going to do that horizontal flip, and you see in mid right now, my video is now upside down. My head is now over here. Oh, it's flipped and flipped and flipped and flipped and flipped and flipped. Yeah, oh boy, it's flipping around, flipping around. Okay, because of that mirror effect. So I'm going to switch off the horizontal flip and go back to Google Meet. All right, now we've got a consistent clones of Andrew. Okay, I think that about covers it for the video section of OBS. Let's look at the audio section of OBS. All right, so if you're like me and you've plugged in the lapel mic, all right, so the lapel mic is automatically detected by the audio mixer. You can give a name. I gave a name for the mic. But if it's not there, what you can do is you can right click here, add a audio input capture, then you choose the microphone that you want. Okay, now once the microphone is inside here, now I will show you how to adjust or put a filter on the microphone so that it is a better and a more pleasant listening experience for your students. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to apply some audio filters. Okay, so you click on the cogwheel here, the gearbox here, and there is a filter. Now I've placed 3 filters. The first filter is called a noise gate. Now a gate means that either close or it's either open. All right, so this is the volume threshold, and what I've done is anything that is below this volume threshold, the gate will close. Okay, anything that's above this threshold, the gate will open. All right, and I'll show you the effect of this. Now look carefully at this the sound signal coming in right now, and because my noise gate is on, when I stop talking, the microphone is going to drop dead silent. See, it's totally no signal at all. Now I'm going to switch off the noise gate. I'm going to switch off noise suppression, compressor, and I turn off the noise gate. And you see that there is a constant noise there. So the noise gate helps to cut out the noise when you stop talking. All right. The second filter that you probably want to use is noise suppression. Now noise suppression, what it will do is while you are talking, it will try to remove any noise that is below a particular decibel setting. Now if you put this too high, your voice is going to be cut off. All right. And you're going to have to talk very loud. So don't put it too high. You put it too low, it's not going to cut off anything at all. So you've got to play around with this. It depends on how loud you want to speak. Maybe in your house, you intend to speak very softly because your children are sleeping. Then you might want to reduce the noise suppression or the noise gate even. Okay? And the third one filter that I've put on is a compressor. Now basically what a compressor will do is it will try to keep your volume within a particular range. All right, so if you shout really loudly or you talk really softly, the compressor will try to compress the sound, so it will boost your volume or cut your volume to ensure that you stay within a certain range. Now this is quite important when you're talking to your students, because maybe unconsciously you start talking very softly, so the compressor will kick in and try to boost your volume for you. Or maybe the opposite happen. Your students tell you a joke, you know, and you start laughing. You laugh really, really loudly, or your kid starts running around and starts screaming. This won't blow out your poor students' ears if they're wearing headphones. So the volume won't suddenly blow out and hurt their ears. So a compressor is a pretty good thing to switch on. I'm going to switch that on right now. And I'm using an output gain of +2 decibel for my compressor, because this Boya mic, I find it a little bit soft, so I'm boosting it up to be loud and clear. All right. So those are the audio filters, 3 audio filters I feel that are very important for you. And there's one final thing. If you right click on this audio mixer here, you can go to advanced audio properties, and you can actually place a synchronization offset. So as you can see, I've placed a 200 millisecond synchronization offset. And the reason is because my webcam's video feed is slow. This is a mark of a lousy and cheap webcam. Okay, so if I use my phone, for example, I don't have to put any synchronization offset. but because the webcam is a little bit slow, I need to delay my sound by about 200 milliseconds so that it matches with the video. You can try this at home. You can do your recording and then you can clap your hands and see whether it syncs up perfectly. Alright, and if it doesn't, you want to ask yourself, is my audio too fast or is my video too fast? If the video is too fast, you delay the sound. If the sound is too fast, then you're gonna have to wait. I get that right? No. If the video is too fast, you're gonna have to delay the video. Alright, if the sound is too fast, you want to delay the sound. Okay, this is a small thing, but sometimes it can get really bad. Alright, sometimes it can get really bad. Now the other thing that you can adjust is audio monitoring, and why you want to use audio monitoring is perhaps if you are wearing headphones in your class and you are listening to a video, watching a video together with your students, and you want to hear your voice in the headphones, you can switch on audio monitoring. I recommend you put monitor only, mute the output. I don't want to spend time explaining why, but that's my recommendation. But you can very quickly experiment between the two to figure out what's the difference. Alright, but you probably don't need this if you're just delivering a class and you're not wearing headphones. Okay, you can very quickly mute your audio source. You couldn't hear me when I'm talking just now. You can adjust the volumes very quickly over here. Is that all about OBS? I've done video, I've done sound, I talked about the virtual camera. Let me just look at my notes very quickly. I'm going to close my Google Meet. Yep. Anything else on Google Meet? No. Close it. Okay. Oh yeah, okay. So, OBS allows you to do other stuff like streaming to Facebook. So there's a start streaming option there. This allows you to stream to Facebook and YouTube. I am recording right now, and with virtual cam I am sending out the signal as a webcam. These are three very important features of OBS. So you can use this, for example, to do pre-recorded classes, pre-recorded lectures as well. They work very well. I have bind, again using the settings, I've bind the recording to number 9 on my numeric keypad. So 9 starts the recording, 9 stops the recording. Very simple. Okay, right, so that's pretty much about OBS. Yeah, picture scenes, add scenes, adjust volume, monitoring, that's done. Okay, now in order to get my phone to function as a webcam, you will need to install a mobile app on your phone. What I have used is I have installed Droid Cam. Right, I've installed Droid Cam. Now some confession, I'm using the paid version. I can't remember, something around 19, 18, 17 ringgit. I'm using the paid version, Droid Cam. So you download the app on the Play Store. You can also download it on iOS, and you then need to install the Windows client on your PC. Okay, so this doesn't work on a Mac, unfortunately. You're gonna have to find a different solution. But you install the Windows Play Store, the Windows Play Store. You can get the app for an iPhone or an Android phone, and then on the PC you've got a Windows client. Alright, so what I'm doing now is I'm running the Windows client, and the paid version allows me to do two important things. It allows me to switch to HD mode. It allows me to mirror my camera or rotate my camera, just in case you want to do that. And maybe some other settings like your brightness and things like that. But otherwise, the free version is pretty decent. It still sends a signal over, and there are other similar apps like this. Some of them are free, some of them are paid, some of them have watermarks. It's up to you. You can just choose an option. But the important thing is you will need to install the client on your PC and the app on your phone. All right. You also want to try and find one of these client PC pairs that allow USB connection. Okay, because I don't know how long your class will be, but you don't want your camera to die halfway while you're doing your class. Because broadcasting like this and your camera being on all the time, your screen will probably be on all the time as well. It's going to take a lot of battery. So if you're using a spare old phone, for example, you definitely want to send this over USB, and not all the apps allow you to do that. Most of them do it over Wi-Fi. There are other instructions that you probably have to do, like enable developer settings on your phone, etc, etc. Please go and do some of your own research if you're interested to use this method, right? But you will need to install the client. Okay. Other things that I've installed: pen attention for cursor tracking. So pen attention, where is it? Pen attention, let me just go and find it. Pen attention, it's a free software. Now there are other competitors to this free software, but this to me is the simplest and freest as in they don't have any kind of licensing requirements, ask you to have advertised for you every 5 minutes or something like that. It works very well. It just basically highlights your cursor so that your students can see what you're doing. But if you want something better, there are a lot of other options. Like for example, pen attention doesn't highlight when you click something, but there are others that will, when you click, the moment you click, the color of the mouse cursor will change so that students know that you have done a mouse click, and etc. There are much better versions of this cursor tracking software, but they cost money. Okay, so yeah, recommend you use something like pen attention for cursor tracking so that students know what you're talking about. And the last thing I recommend is one of the old toys from Microsoft called Zoom It. Okay, so this is downloadable from Microsoft, and what Zoom It does is it allows you to zoom anywhere on your screen. All right, so this is very helpful if you want to show students some finer details on your screen, because sometimes the details might be lost over your stream. The second thing that Zoom In does is, of course, it allows you to draw. As you saw just now, I can draw over my face, or without zooming I can also draw. I can draw without zooming. All right, and why Zoom It is great is because it works on the entire desktop. Okay, you can use, for example, inking tools on Microsoft Word or PowerPoint to draw on PowerPoint, especially if you're teaching. But for me, I think I may want to ink, for example, on Visual Studio, on my game engine that I'll be using when I teach, and other applications. So I prefer to have the flexibility of Zoom It. And what I've done is I've also paired Zoom It with this graphic tablet. All right, it's pretty nice of TAUC to sponsor us one of these so that we can use it to teach from home. And it took me a while of fiddling to get the driver settings right, but once you get it right, basically the pen becomes my mouse, and if I enable the drawing, I can use the pen to start adding, like red eyes to myself. I'm going to highlight the size of my nose. Okay, and put a tongue there. Or how about some horns? Okay, right. This works pretty well, but you got to get used to writing on a tablet. It's not that easy, right? But once you get used to it, there are many professional people who do this for a living every day. They create professional artwork, so it's not like it's impossible. It's just a little bit harder than you would be used to, right? So Zoom It paired with the graphic tablet is a pretty good option for you to replace your, for example, your physical whiteboard in your classroom. Okay, so I think that's about it. That's about all I want to cover today. All right, let me just quickly look. Yeah, so Zoom It for screenwriting. So software wise, now there are of course a lot of other software you can use to enable the teaching of your classroom. For example, Slido or Kahoot or Google Classroom. That's not the focus of this particular video today. I'm just looking at how to enable or improve that classroom experience for your students. Okay, one final note I want to say, if you're doing it this method like how I'm doing, there is a possibility that Google Meet, and this applies especially to TAUC because we will all be delivering through Google Meet. Google Meet might resize your output window. Okay, Google Meet might resize your output window, so you might want to create a test room and join in with your phone or another computer just to see what that looks like. All right, I find the margin tolerable. That means the difference tolerable. But in the worst case scenario, when it comes to serious teaching, perhaps the picture-in-picture mode is not going to work, then you're probably just going to want to use Google Meet to present your entire tab. Okay, I think that's all for today. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.